Hey everybody, this is going to be a Divine Feminine check-in. So clearing. Alright, so we're going to dive into what does the Divine want the Divine Feminine to know today regarding the union energies. So that is the first message here. Ooh, nice. Anything else? Okay, so we are getting bravery. This is like grabbing that torch and going through the unknown, the tunnel, the portal, the bridge from one reality to the next. This is where you have to go it alone, tap into your bravery, come up against anything that is not going with you. Defend yourself a little bit, so stay out of ego while this process is unfolding. But this is the push, feminines. This is where you take that torch in hand and light your own way through the tunnel. You are innovating, you are going forward towards what you know is your destiny. Keep going, and there's energetic teamwork beyond the 3D. This is also going from the 3D through, but this is the divine counterpart, connection, and source, the Trinity. So there's teamwork to climb this mountain, to push through. This tunnel is going through the mountain, is what I'm hearing. Don't have to expend the work to go up, but you're going straight through. And that's the faith that moves mountains, dematerializes the mountains. And you are working in tandem with your divine partner, even if it doesn't seem like it. If you are truly on a twin flame journey, you really are. Just as I said, it doesn't, even if it doesn't seem like it, I saw 143, and that is a beautiful sign for me. So anyways, you are working on that together. Awesome energy. So what can we clarify that with? What does the divine want the feminines to know about that? Further, Chamber of Incantation, ceremony, invocation, spellcraft, and summoning. So this is an interesting card to get here. I don't personally put a lot of my own energy into spell work. I don't feel great about that. However, any ceremony, anything we speak, any action we take towards our manifestation is spell work. It is that. We are manipulating our reality towards our preference. So be mindful of that. Understand, be clear, do what you need to do to initiate the release of certain things and the invitation of others. Have your own way of marking those transits so you can measure your progress, is what I'm hearing. Taking back the benefit, the productivity in deliberate manifestation and going forward through the brave night, knowing you are in tandem process with your divine partner. And one for the masculines. What might the masculine cross watchers benefit from knowing about this union energy? Seal of indivisible visions, psychic vision, hidden meanings, and dream readings. So masculines, you might be dreaming about your feminines right now. There might be that kind of a connection, but there are hidden meanings in everything. And in this time of the feminine pushing through the unknown, going through that independent, necessary transition through karma, through the things that need to be transcended, understand that in the silence, in the distance, in the aloneness, in the solitude, there are hidden meanings in that. And trust masculines. Trust. Okay, let's get into the message. So what does the divine, or what is actually happening in the feminine's worlds right now on the emotional, mental, and physical plane? What is it that we can see regarding what is affecting the feminine on those levels at this time? Where are the feminines at collectively on the emotional, mental, and physical levels? What is happening in their worlds, inner and outer, that we can see? So emotionally, we are getting the Two of Swords in the reverse, which is a card of blocked vision. It's kind of a fear-based energy, not knowing which way to go. In the reverse, love has been chosen over the fear, and where there's a will, there's a way. There is a deeper message here for the feminines. They are tapping into resources they didn't know they had emotionally and going forward. They are pledging to go forward on the path and push through anything uncomfortable safely so that they can access that level of happiness that they know is coming on their destined path. Hanged Man and the Nine of Swords here. The Nine of Swords and the Two of Swords are both very isolated and alone feeling cards. There's not a lot of sharing in that darkness. With the feminine in these two frequencies, there is a forsaken, but also a very sincerely brave. If you disintegrate feminines into the forsaken side of it, you are disempowered. If you understand that only you can unhook from the things you need to let go in order to take your life higher, you are empowered in this motion. The Hanged Man is remembering your God self, remembering your higher self. Also, this is a pendulum, a yes and no. Should I, shouldn't I? Which path do I take next? Choose the path of love. In every decision, there is a path that disintegrates and there is a path that integrates. We are in a dualistic reality, and as you decide every minute decision, as you step forward in the directions you're being called through this tunnel right now, through the wormhole, you're going into new dimensions, uncharted territory. Let love be your guide. Make all of your decisions. Discern what is the loving choice. Don't be in blockage. Don't be in fear. Open to love and make that choice. Major decisions on the emotional level for the feminines right now. Really seek the highest interpretation of the result of the choices you're being asked to navigate at this time, feminines. Shoot for the highest potentials. If you had no fear, what would the decision that you're faced with right now be if you were in complete safety and a guaranteed success? What would that timeline look like? Anything less than that, you're going to get a karmic loop again. Ask the divine to show you the most beneficial, advantageous, love-filled option, even if it seems too good to be true to think of it in those terms. Choose that thing that at least accesses that potential to the highest you're able to see. That's the right direction. Okay. For your own right, not to get your twin. I have to say that for some of you. Okay, so what is the spirit advice for this emotional layer? We are getting divine order. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. Yeah, the important lesson unfolding is for you to utilize your discernment in an excellent, in an exquisite way, feminines. This is a divine love journey, and you are being asked to fall into alignment with divine order. What is divine order? How do you fall in alignment with that? By choosing to align with it consciously. How do you know that you're aligning with it consciously? It is the highest and best and most beneficial, healthy, most potential filled, most abundant path you can take. So spend time understanding what that is for you as you're making the decisions. Make your decision in that light. And that is the important lesson unfolding for you, is to choose that and not the path of fear that will result in karmic loops. Okay, so for the conscious mind for the feminines. Oh boy, big stuff here. Queen of Swords in the reverse. This is not a great energy. So feminines are really raw right now, looking at the disintegration, looking at the ways that the feminine can disintegrate into weakness, into powerlessness, hopelessness, and the effect that has on the speech. This is communication, so this is conduct. This is the action or the disempowerment of the feminine based on trigger, based on fear. Remember, in the emotional level, we're seeing a lot of that anxiety-ridden karmic history being left behind by choosing love authentically, not just in theory or saying that it's being accessed, but actually once and for all making those steps to choose love. That's bringing the feminine into awareness of all of the disintegrated conduct from the past. And that's a little bit of a reality check and a humbling energy for the feminines. But then we have this card of working on it, putting the work in, really taking it to the next level, rising up, getting out of that, healing, growing, doing better, seeing the path forward, not disempowering oneself, not disintegrating, not shutting down, and not activating through inappropriate conduct. Believing that the past was not the glory days. The Four of Cups in the reverse is also not pining over lost love, not worrying that it won't come back around, and activating through the fear that things have been missed out on. Going forward anyways, not holding resentment, not holding resistance, being very practical with what is, being very present, and putting the work in, one foot in front of the other, doing what is needed now for the benefit of all involved now, without the history of the past, without the condemnation of mistakes, and freeing yourself to be in your authentic power now, not in the future, now, putting the work in now, consciously being here now. Bring it in, feminines, bring it into the moment. What is the spirit advice? Master Buddha. Now. Increased awareness, deep connection, trust your inner voice. Despite any of the filters, the experiences, the memories, anything you're holding on to, be here now, trust your inner voice in this moment, regardless of any of the other assessment of future or past. Be present. Deep connection, come into this energy, feminine, consciously center. Ooh. That is the way through. That's the miracle through the mountain. There is a path that goes straight through the mountain, feminines. For those who have eyes to see it and ears to hear, it is effortless and it's straight through, like it's not even there. Wow. Let me know. Private message me if you have any of those awarenesses. Those are magical as can be. Okay, so in the feminine material realm, there is a lot of following divine guidance, following inner knowing, trusting that inner voice in walking motion, daily activity, daily awareness, being in that communion, praying without ceasing, being in the flow, listening to divine guidance, channeling, having the energetic system flowing clearly, freely, supporting, being real, seeing it as within, so without, all around, everything coming into alignment. That is available for you to witness right now, feminines. In your physical world, pay attention to that for what it is for you, these synchronicities, the big picture, the things that line up, all the bits of the puzzle pieces. Allow yourself to be supported by all of that right now. There's a letting go of the status quo, feminines. With this Four of Coins in the reverse, you are opening your heart. You're putting down the protection, the guard. You're not clinging to things that are not for you anymore. You're letting them go. Physically, this is a time of letting go of the physical world that you have been living in, that has been keeping the illusion of safety, the illusion of comfort in the name of taking your life higher. This is only the Four. This is emotion that is truly surrendering and letting go of resistance and desiring to go further with yourself in this world. Ten of Cups is in the reverse here in the physical realm for the feminine. So even though happiness is the goal, there are things that are not very happy right now for the feminines. Things that must be let go of, that are not happy, that are not bliss-filled, that are not advantageous, that are not productive. I've said the word advantageous a few times in this reading, and I do want to clarify that I do not mean self-seeking in a negative light. I mean in the highest, the truly beneficial, the truly supportive, the healthy, divine energies, not the sort of thing that would make others opposite or separate from oneself. This is not self-seeking in a way that it steps on others to get where you're going. This is compassionate. Advantageous is that which is best for all involved, because it is truth-based and it is not conveyed in this way of disintegration in past motions. And so release yourself from that being the only option when we're in situations that we are truly not happy in and we need to release. Being very, very humble and filled with grace will bring the most efficient motion of that process. And what is the divine guidance? Hope. Love and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. Yeah, what did I just say? Don't disintegrate into previous ways of feeling like you only have one defensive option. Open your heart. Speak in the name of love and truth. And choose the thoughts that afford that for everyone involved in your life. This is kindness. This is believing in the best. Again, that message of taking it higher, believing in the timeline that is truly the most life-affirming and alive for all involved, but mostly for yourself right now, feminines, as you're making some major decisions on the heart space, stepping on your solo path like never before. Keep going, keep doing that which opens up the most potentials for you, and come into that. Okay, so let's see. What would the feminines say to the divine masculines at this point? Let's do Hermit Tarot. Okay, for those, time to ground yourself, masculines. So the feminines know that they're coming into more and more practical spirituality, more and more grounded love, and they're asking you to do the same, masculines. Bring it back in from any kind of masks, any kind of layers of extra, and bring it back into the essential connection. Your feminines are coming home. They're coming home to their truth like never before. They want to meet you there. They want you to ground so that you can be receptive to that sort of connection. Friendly, basic, genuine, essential, foundational, grounded connection. I need more time and wrongful advice. So interesting. Your feminine is telling you here, masculine, that she was misled. There was something that came up that was a roadblock. So as we're all healing and growing, the feminines need more time, masculines, because they've been learning how to discern the appropriate way forward and being very, very open to what the universe would bring to them. And your feminine was given some information that intentionally misled, which is a blessing because they are becoming more wise at how to discern accurately, trust their heart, trust their knowing on an even more precise level. But there was something that they fell victim to. But there is accountability, and needing more time shows they're up for the challenge. So just know, masculines, that your feminine is really desiring connection with you, and there's just a little bit more time. With both of these blue cards, there are very few blue cards in this deck. I just want to say also that communication small communication might be a great support at this point. If you are watching masculines, really follow spirit guidance and offer that if you feel led. Okay, many blessings, everybody. I'll be back later with the masculine read. Bye for now.